Hey guys, it's me again. Um, Today I wanted to talk about alternate paths. And this is, I guess, is just like a vlog basically. Thank God nobody watches these. Jesus Christ. um, I am kind of nuts. I'm kind of a disturbed individual, one might say. Um, and I was thinking about because generally people like me aren't born like me. We're like made over time. I didn't have like the worst childhood on the planet. It really wasn't that bad. Um, Maybe everybody with like a bad childhood says that. It really wasn't though. It was all right. I but I was I was bad before 2015. 2015 was like a year I almost died. Um, in my head, I did die in 2015. I was not. I wasn't okay after that, and that's when I became like pretty horrendous. Um, but I do remember like different emotions that like I just don't feel now. Before that, like I think I was in love once. I think so. Because I can feel connected to people, but that like romantic love, I don't know. I don't know if I have that anymore. I don't think I've had it in a while. Um, and then I remember that there's some things I don't know if I've ever felt, such as like regret or guilt. I actually don't know. I don't know if I'm capable of those. um, but love maybe. Um, but often I daydream. Often I think of like fantasies of what my life could be like, the possibilities if I wasn't the way I am. And I wrote about that a lot. Because when I died, or I didn't die, obviously. When I felt like I died, I felt like death was always with me. It's one of the things that let me do so many bad things, is because he was always around me. I wore him on my neck. He was over my shoulder. We were friends. You become friends with the Reaper, I guess, because when you die, it's not like you don't really fight it too much. Maybe if you get hit by like a bus or something, or like somebody has like a weapon pointed at you, maybe then you fight it. But like dying from disease, um, is like much different. You just kind of accept it for what it is. You can't fight it, right? Like it's an inevitability. Something will look at you, or a doctor will look at you and tell you have X amount of time left, or you'll sit down and you'll just know it's time to go. Um, and death is less of a looming hazard and more of like, yeah, all right, you make your peace. It's real slow, like nobody's dragging you away, and you just decide you're like, I guess this is it. And now death like personified itself in me. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw it. To this day, still, you know, I'm just not who I was before that. That was a long time now. That was almost 10 years ago. Um, anyway, I wrote something, and this is about alternate paths. Uh, I see the possibilities, some beautiful, and other times lava on skin. This may be the only way I survive. I weep for the memories of things that never happened, perhaps things that never could. Death stares at me. I stare back at my mirror. My hands freeze over what I've lost. My face feels a gentle breeze, but my mind pays the cost. Death weeps over what never was. Reality seeps into everything he does. Never to spread my truth, cruel years pass, passing through my youth, fields of temporal grass. I'm getting older, boys. I'm 25 now. Is interesting. I was was at the coffee shop, and I was looking at this cute barista, and she's a little a little extra friendly. If you guys know, maybe you don't know, I don't know. Anyway, she's a little extra friendly with me, and I was like, oh yeah, like it's my birthday, and she's like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm 25 now, and apparently I do not look like I'm 25. I get it a lot that I look much younger. People look at me and they're like, what? Oh my god, I thought you were like X amount of years. I don't know. I look different with my hair back than my hair forward, so I mean that makes sense. But I am getting older. My early 20s are gone. My teenage years and my early 20s were, given to like my almost marriage. And that's it. With the wind. Um, there aren't many paths that I could take that are different than the one I did, because I generally do what I have to, because I can't do things that I don't want sustainably. It's why I'm a YouTuber. Oh my god, I just realized, if I'm always talking about like how I'm like schizo, like, oh, like I see things, I hear things. I'm actually a YouTuber on, I swear there is a main channel. I just realized that like if I was watching this, right, and it's just like this mentally disturbed dude streaming for like a handful of people, or making videos for a handful of people, you'd have no way to know, right? I just look deeply disturbed. There is a channel, I swear. Um I was writing about that, and so I'm like pretty eloquent, even though obviously I'm like pretty mentally ill. I remember I was writing some of these letters, and I was like, hey, I was like, if you're reading this, because like some of these are never meant to be read, and I was like, if you're reading this, like I'm gone. Whatever happened, I'd apologize, but I'm probably not sorry for whatever I did. Sorry about not being sorry. I'm not even sorry about that. But I was like, if you're reading this, I was like, this stuff may be a little disturbing to you. Uh, you know, I don't know who you are. I wouldn't say I don't care, but I guess I don't. But yeah, I guess I could have used some help. Sorry, big dog. I was never gonna ask any of you. I've got a lot of stuff like that in here. Just because it's so easy to write well. Um, but just because I understand myself and I can explain it does not mean that I'm okay. It just means that I can explain myself well. It's an intelligence, right? It's a lucky thing to have, I suppose, and it's something honed over many many years, but does not equal. Just because I'm not naked and like running in the streets does not mean I'm okay. Anyway, I took a depressing turn. Point is, this is me. I just am like this as a vlog video. Like and comment and subscribe, gamers. Jesus Christ. Life is tough, boys.